On the last day of term, Mrs. Masters asked Max and Min to help her with a few chores around the school. She was their favourite teacher, and they were happy to help. "The first thing we need to do," she said, "is work out how many chairs there are in all 3 buildings in the school, because we may need to buy more for the new students coming to the school next term." The twins counted the chairs in each of the 3 buildings. There were 411 in one building, 202 in another, and 276 in the 3rd building. "So, Max," said his sister, "the total number of chairs is going to be approximately 900, because 411 is about 400, 202 is about 200, and 276 is about 300, and 400 plus 200 plus 300 equals 900, because 4 plus 2 plus 3 equals 9. Let's use a whiteboard to work out exactly how many. So Min picked up a blue marker and wrote down the 3 numbers under each other, remembering that when you add numbers, the order you write the numbers is not important because it does not change the total. For example, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 2 plus 1. "So, Max," explained Min, "when we write an addition sum using this method, we have a units column, a tens column, and a hundreds column. We add the numbers by starting with the digits in the units column. 6 plus 2 equals 8, and another 1 makes 9 units, which we write at the bottom of the units column. Then we add the tens column. 7 plus 0 plus 1 equals 8 tens, which we write at the bottom of the tens column. Finally, we add the hundreds column. 2 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8 hundreds, which we write at the bottom of the hundreds column. So the total number of chairs is exactly 889. That's fun, Min. Let's do another addition using that method. 425 plus 340 plus 618. Adding up the digits in the units column first. 8 plus 0 plus 5 equals 13 units. The 3 in the units position stays in the units column at the bottom, but the 1 is in the tens position, so it has to be added to the tens column. So now we can add the tens column. 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals 8 tens, which we write at the bottom of the tens column. Finally, we add the hundreds column. 6 plus 3 plus 4 equals 13 hundredths, which is 1,300. We write the 3 at the bottom of the hundreds column and the 1 in the thousands position. So the total is 1,383. Just then, Mrs. Masters came into the room, pleased to see the twins having some maths fun. "Let me see you do a subtraction now," she said to them, and wrote 5,647 minus 2,423 on the whiteboard. "Well," replied Min, "with subtraction, the order we write the numbers is very important because it does make a difference. With this example, 2,423 is being taken away from 5,647. The number being subtracted, 2,423, must be written below the other number, 5,647. Just like with the additions, we have the units column, the tens column, the hundreds column, and the thousands column. And we start by subtracting the digit in the units position first. 7 minus 3 equals 4 units. So we write the 4 at the bottom of the units column. Then we subtract the tens digit. 4 minus 2 equals 2 tens, which we write at the bottom of the tens column. Next, we subtract the hundreds digit. 6 minus 4 equals 2 hundredths, which we write at the bottom of the hundreds column. Finally, we subtract the thousands digit. 5 minus 2 equals 3 thousands, which we write at the bottom of the thousands column. So our final answer is 3,224. "That's correct, Min. Very good," said the smiling teacher. "Now, Max, for you. I have another subtraction that is a little more complicated. 872 minus 424. "Okay," said Max. "This means that 424 is being taken away from 872, so we write it down with 424 below 872. Again, we start by subtracting the units digit first. However, we cannot take 4 away from 2 because 2 is smaller than 4. Pause the video for a minute and think about how we continue this subtraction. "Well, what we can do," continued Max, "is take one of the 7 tens from the tens column, leaving 6 tens, and add this 10 to the 2 in the units column, which makes 12. So now we can subtract the 4 from 12. That is 12 minus 4, which equals 8, which we write at the bottom of the units column. Then we do the subtraction in the tens column, remembering we are now subtracting the 2 from 6. That is 6 minus 2, which equals 4, which we write at the bottom of the tens column. Finally, we subtract the hundredths digit, 8 minus 4, which equals 4, writing it at the bottom of the hundreds column. So our final answer is 448. Now you can watch this video again to practice this adding and subtracting method, or try the quiz and look at the chart that comes with this video.